Good evening and welcome to After the Game. Did you like that, Chris C?
Yeah, I did.
Not bad. There we go. Welcome to After the Game. Welcome to everybody in the chat. And it is Tuesday night. We are doing the week in review, the last weekend's games in review, and also giving our tips for this week. Big round this week coming up. It's the Big Freeze weekend coming up and a long weekend in Melbourne and probably everywhere else as well, maybe. Welcome to our two special hosts. We've got the legend himself, Chris C, the Greek god, and the Prince is here as well, Johnny Carlton. How are you, boys?
Hello.
Good, you?
Yeah, good.
How are we?
We're going good.
Beautiful.
Yeah, good round of footy, and yeah, welcome to the show. G'day everybody in the chat as well. Footy Flicks is in the chat. Toby and Ree. Lux is in. G'day Lux. You had another good win on the weekend. Diesel is in there. It's my birthday, Kingy, on Monday. Happy birthday to Diesel. Who else have we got in the chat as well? Let's have a bit of a scroll through. What are you doing?
He's asking if it's your birthday on Monday.
My birthday on Monday? King. No, not my birthday on Monday. That's not the case.
Why not? You're the king. You're the king, though. It's King's birthday
Oh,
weekend.
the King's birthday. There we go. Maybe it is my birthday on Monday. There we go. Harvey, I think Harvey's in the chat as well. Footy Flick, stop spamming would be good. So there we go. All right. Well, it was a pretty good round of footy, and we'll just bring up the round of footy.
Got you, Diesel.
Let me have a. There we go. He is on the ball. All right, let's have a look at the round that was, first of all. And our two counterparts were in different areas and weren't quite watching football on the weekend. So it'll be a bit of a hit and miss with the boys this week, but that's okay. All right, let's have a look at game number one. It was the Lions and Essendon, and surprising to everybody, Essendon actually took it up to the Lions for the whole game, and I think with 10 minutes to go or 15 minutes to go, it was all tied up at 72 apiece. But the Lions ended up going out winners by 18 points in the end, 90-72. Did either of you boys watch this game on Thursday night?
Yep, I did.
Were you in a bit of shock, Johnny Carlton?
Well, so this was probably the only game I watched for the rest of the weekend. Yeah, no, look, it started off pretty usual. Brisbane came out firing off the blocks. They were up by odd 30 points. I quickly turned it off actually for a bit. I had to go do some chores, but yeah, when I came back and the Bombers started to actually play some real good footy, and then yeah, it was back to a close game. So I want to say so. Nat Caddy's goal, but kicked behind his head. That was wow. That was. Got the Essendon fans all riled up and everything, but yeah, no, look, the Bombers gave it to the Lions. It was a close game at the end, but look, as I said, Brisbane was just too good. I thought Hugh McCluggage was absolutely brilliant the whole game. I thought Caddy was really good too. A bit nervous about Caddy against Carlton this week, but I reckon Weeders has got him. But yeah, no, look, the Bombers they didn't drop their heads. They came back. They fought back, and yeah, it turned into a really good second half of footy, and it was very tight to about the end. But obviously, Brisbane just carried away and got the win like we thought would happen. So yeah, no, all credit to the Bombers, but yeah, Brisbane too strong at the gather.
That's it. Yeah, welcome into Zach and Poison also into the chat from the weekend as well. Some of the new King's men have arrived into the show. Chris C, did you have a look at this on Thursday night?
Yeah, I watched some of it, like the ending and that. Yeah, I saw that Caddy goal. It was pretty cool. So I was surprised that the Bombers were that close. To Brisbane at the Gabba, like could have gone either. It could have gone their way really if they hung in there a bit more. But wasn't to be. Brisbane just too strong. They're just I think weren't they up like 30 points or something during the first half?
Yep.
They were.
So, yeah.
Yep.
If you're a Bombers fan, like that's what you want to see. You want to see, that kind of footy, and it was a good game. Like it wasn't too bad. Like that was a game that we thought was going to be a really shit game. So it was good. It was good to see it was actually tight, and the Bombers can actually push a good team if they really want to. So, but that Caddy goal was pretty cool. Like not many players can do that. Like that awareness of where the goals are from not looking at them. So, no, he's a really good player. So, but Merritt, how good's Merritt? He single-handedly brought them back in the game. So,
just great. He's great for him every week. Every single week, he's good for him. So, yeah,
they're gone, absolutely gone. So,
well
done to Essendon, but Brisbane, they're still a good side. Are they premiership favourites? It's hard. I don't know. Like they're up there, but who knows, man? Who knows? Interesting, very interesting season. So
that's true. Got a bit of static somewhere. There's a bit of a hiss somewhere or other. Not sure where that's coming from. Is it you?
I can hear it.
Can you hear it?
I can hear it.
Yeah, I'm not sure where the hiss is coming out, but we'll figure that out. Yeah, Poison is a Freo supporter, and we'll talk about Freo coming up. Game number 2 was on Friday night. We did a watch along for this one. It was let me just bring up the graphic. Collingwood versus Hawthorn. We thought this was going to be the game of the round, and it turned out to be an absolute shambles for the Hawthorn Hawks, and it was Collingwood winning by 51 points, 107-56. The Hawks have got massive problems, I think, and Collingwood played once again like a champion football side. Jamie Elliott again with 5 goals won. Myercheck with 4 goals won. Ginnivan kicked 3 goals, so he was good. He was probably the best for out of a bad bunch. And Sidebottom 2 goals won, but they were just all over Hawthorn, and Hawthorn have got some issues to sort out, whatever that's going on. And there's an injury. Who's injured now? What was
Sicily.
Sicily's injured with a stomach problem, and Lux is very happy because he's a Collingwood supporter. But Johnny Carlton, the Hawks aren't what they're all cracked up to be.
No, look, this was my bold call of the week. Unfortunately, out of all us 4, I was the only one that tipped Hawthorn. Look, I did not expect this coming at all. I was really busy Friday night, so I didn't see this game, but I watched like the highlights when I got back. Look, Jamie Elliott has to be the most informed forward at the moment right now, kicking 5 goals nearly every week for the last 3 weeks. He's been phenomenal, probably having his best career season. As I said it a couple of weeks ago, these old guys, they don't look like they're going to stop anytime soon. Elliott's in his 30s, Sidebottom, Pendlebury, they're all playing to their potential. Like,
yep,
they have no signage of slowing down at all. And you're going up against a young Hawthorn team, and they look like they were older than what Collingwood were.
They did.
It was crazy. Look, a funny stat. I can't believe it's crazy. Just because Nick Dacos got 1 contested mark in his whole career, the whole media's gone off.
No, they were ballistic, didn't they?
They went crazy for 1 contested mark.
Yeah.
But look, as I said, that was not the Hawthorn I expected to come out on Friday night. And, they're in trouble now. And for the first time since start of last year, you could see the Hawks nearly starting to crumble. Chris C might be happy now because he doesn't like Hawthorn, but they're starting to crumble. The Hawks, they're not as Hawk ball as they were last year. I think everyone's figured out how they play, and they're in a bit of strife.
They are for sure. Welcome to the chat, Michelle, Eminem. Welcome in, and Arthur. Good to see you. Also in the chat as well. G'day, Chris C. And what is your take on the Hawthorn Hawks? Your second least favourite team.
It's actually my least favourite team.
Your least favourite team now. Yeah.
Yeah. What's happening? Johnny Carlton's
left the building. What do you make of the Hawks against Collingwood? Collingwood are they shot birds or what's going on? 51 points. It's a lot.
Yeah, like I don't know what's going on there. They've I told you last week. It feels like they're like Port Adelaide of 2015, like when we had that resurgence and went up the ladder in 2014, and then took a big whack the following year. So kind of feels like that a little bit for me for the Hawks. So yeah, I'm not sure where they're going. They're still in the 8, so that's a bonus for them. But yeah, they're not top 4 material at the moment. So, but hello, Poison. Is it Pezion? Pezion? Hello.
Well, I call him Poison, I think. So
what happened to Prostate? Is he still there or what?
Prostate's in for an exam. I haven't seen Prostate coming back, so
yeah, so but let me ask you a question. How can one of the best players in the league that's nearly won a Brownlow never taken the contested mark?
Absolute fucking joke, mate. Joke.
How is he the best player? He's never taken the contested mark. Are you kidding me?
He's a soft. I'm not going to finish there, but you know what I'm talking about.
You know what I mean? Like, how is he the best then? Like, can't even take a contested mark. Never in his whole career. Now all of a sudden, kidding me? Can't believe it. Anyway, that blew me away. I just did not realise that. But Collingwood are doing Collingwood things, and they're definitely the favourites at the moment.
They definitely are. They're one of the they are the top side, and they're the team to beat at this stage for sure.
Yeah, it's just like if they win it, it'll just be boring. Like it'd be like Collingwood again. You know what I mean? Like because they just won it. You know what I mean? But for their fans, it's amazing. But yeah, it's not exciting. Like if you're like another fan, it's like Collingwood man doing Collingwood things. Yeah, but if you're a Collingwood fan, man, you'd be up and about. So
you would.
Happy for you guys, but I'm not happy for me.
There we go. There we go. All right, let's have a look at Saturday. We went to Saturday and we did a watch along for this one. It was or I did a watch along for this one. It was the Kings weekend of watch alongs, that's for sure. And it was the Suns at home against Fremantle, travelled over from Perth, and the Dockers got up 75-64. Look, they shut the Suns down. They stopped their run. Their pressure was good. They played like Chris C predicted they would play, and that they'd be up there as well. And Aaron is Poison's name, so there we go. Aaron, good on you, Aaron. So another good win to Fremantle, and look, it came down to the last couple of minutes where the Suns could have nearly won, but there was they got the goal at the end, Fremantle, and they were just a better team all day. So it was a good win to Freo. Did you see any highlights of this one, Johnny Carlton?
I didn't. But all I want to say, Chris C, I think your premiership team's back, mate. You tipped them to win the flag at the start of the season, and now they've won 3 in a row, and that was a really convincing win. As we said, we all tipped Gold Coast. We thought Gold Coast at home will be too strong for Freo. proves us wrong. Freo played really good footy from what I heard, and they've won 3 in a row, and they're finding some beautiful form at the moment, so they've got to keep it up. But unfortunately, the bye does come for them this week, so that's a bit unfortunate. But look, Freo, they're in the 8 now. I think they're tied 8th, but they're in the 8, and Christine might be it might be the shock of all ages. They might come back in the second half and do what Hawthorn did last year. So don't doubt the Dockers.
That's it.
Yeah, 100%.
Michelle is not feeling well. Hope you feel better, Michelle. And Poison's name is Aaron. Aaron is Poison. So and he's a Docker supporter, so he's very happy. Chris C, your Dockers are doing okay, and to go to the Suns' home ground and beat them and contain them like they did, it was a pretty good effort.
Yeah, man, it was good, and I didn't really get to watch this one. Like, when your team is doing shit, like I think Johnny Carlton can relate. You've got no desire to watch football, so I didn't watch too much of the games this week, but Rio told you they're going to win the premiership. It's coming, so they're just doing it a bit slower than normal, and but I should have tipped them, shouldn't I? If I thought they were going to win the premiership, should have tipped them. So, oh, you got the blue thing on.
I got the fight MND. Yeah, I have to. It's the week.
There we go. I'll pop that on this weekend for sure. So MND weekend. Make sure you get to Coles or Bunnings to get your beanies.
Yours is different.
They look like this. I got in early this year as well. So I'm ready as well.
Oh, you got the same one as me.
This is last year's.
Oh, haven't you got this? Have you got this year's one yet?
No, not yet.
Come on, Johnny.
This is this year's.
Yeah, I got the 11 as well. So there we go. This weekend, it's not good being a girl. There we go, Michelle. Let's have a look at the next game, and it was almost the upset of the year, where it was the GWS Giants at home against Richmond, and Richmond led all the way up until probably the last 15 minutes or the 20 minutes to go. The Giants were in big trouble, but they managed to pull the whatever it is out of the fire, and got the victory 80-77, and the Giants won by 3 points. But Richmond, how I seen Richmond play against Essendon compared to how they played against GWS, I just don't know what is going on there. But they were a really good side. They played really well. They nearly snuck the victory, but GWS managed to get the win by 3 points. But it was very, very close. Johnny Carlton, what is going on with GWS? Your tsunami.
Yeah, my premiership team. Look, there was didn't see any of this. I heard that Richmond were up nearly the whole game, and then I heard I think GWS, Callum Ward, did his ACL.
Callum Ward
in the first half. Yeah, and then apparently he was there in the third quarter time giving them a speech.
He was.
Lining them up. Yeah, and then ever since that, there was a new GWS that just came out, and the tsunami just came goal after goal after goal after goal.
It was insane.
And, look, as I said, they fought back. I was like, why couldn't Carlton get this GWS from last week? Like we wanted this version of GWS, not the last week's version. But
exactly.
As I said, Richmond, they have nothing to lose for, the King. They have nothing to lose for. Some games they might play terrible.
Yep.
Some games they might give it their all, and they gave it their all, but they just fell short. But these young kids, they're going to learn from this, and it's going to be an interesting last couple of games to the second half of the season. But the Tigers, they showed some heart, but unfortunately the tsunami was just a bit too strong at the end. So.
That's true. That's true. Yeah, no, it was a really good effort by Richmond. Congratulations to the whole team for putting in such a big effort. Chris C, what are you making of GWS? Are they fakes or are just having a bit of a weird run?
I don't know, man. It's hard to tell, isn't it? I did watch some of this game, but the reason you see Richmond up and down is because they're so young, man. You're going to get that. So one week they're going to play like they did against Essendon. The other week they're going to play like they did against GWS. So
That's true. Yep.
Yeah, they're just young, and when you're young, and sometimes belief and what's here is not developed yet, I guess, if you want to put it that way. So no, they're GWS. I don't know what happened there. They're lucky to come back with that win, but you could just tell in that last quarter that they were coming, and yeah, and that's what they did. They came, and Richmond just didn't have any answers in that last quarter, unfortunately.
That's it. Yep.
Yeah, but I did watch that last quarter, and yeah, GWS just were all over them. So
That's it. Yeah.
But earlier in the day, like earlier in the game, like I wasn't watching it. I looked at the scores.
Yep.
I think you messaged me, King.
Yeah, I did. I said, "What is going on here?" Yeah.
Yeah, and I was like, "What?" And it's like, "Oh shit!" So yeah, it was very, very odd to see Richmond beating GWS in GWS, like in Sydney. So
it was.
But kudos to Richmond. Obviously, you didn't get the chocolates, but if you're a supporter, you're going to be happy with that. I'd be happy if I was a Richmond supporter.
That's it.
It wasn't a win, but GWS, we got them next week, so I don't know. I was happy that Richmond won.
Yep.
Because then they wouldn't come as fiery out to kill us next week. You know what I mean? So I'm happy that they won in that respect. But
that's it. Welcome to the chat. Learn Bottle has found us and is in the chat. So welcome in, mate. Welcome to everybody who is watching along as well, and also everybody who's coming in the chat tonight as well. Let's have a look at the debacle game of the weekend, and it was Sydney Swans versus Adelaide Crows, and the Crows went to Sydney to do a demolition job on Sydney Swans at home, and it was the Swans. It was Adelaide Crows 131 to Sydney 41. It was a 90-point win to the Crows, and as one of the people said, or what the team members were saying, they're a rabble, and some people had to come out and apologise for saying that sort of thing. But I did a watch along for this one, and it was just shocking. If you're a Crows supporter, it was a bit of fun to watch all the goals, and Adelaide played really well. But Sydney are so bad. They are not making the 8 this year, and I don't know where they're going to finish on the table, but. Far out. What a disgrace to have. They've got plenty of good players, and I watched the press conference afterwards, and the coach just didn't know what to say. So, what do you make of Sydney and the shambles that it is, Johnny Carlton?
Well, first of all, condolences for you for watching that shit game. For you to have to go through that whole game, so condolences to you.
Thanks, mate. Thanks.
No, look, it was actually funny. I was actually out on obviously I was in Sydney this weekend, and I was actually out, and it was like 9 o'clock, and I saw Sydney Swans fans leaving. And I'm like, what the hell's going on? I'm like, oh, aren't they playing tonight? So I quickly checked the score, and Adelaide were up by like 64 points. I'm like, explains it. Yeah, no, look, as I said, couldn't tell you anything more about this game. I heard the Swans fans were cheering for points.
They were. They were applauding for points.
That's how bad it gets when you're cheering for points.
Oh my God, it was so good hearing that on the telly. Far out.
Yeah, and apparently there was party tricks at Adelaide. So apparently Shelley was doing party tricks. Ben Keys was getting into it. The whole.
They were.
Big Bear, yeah. So I said, Adelaide enjoy it, and they went to Sydney. They took Sydney as another challenge. They didn't take him lightly. They took him as a challenge, and look where they dished up, a 90-point wins. So the Crows are dangerous this year, and I swear that they have the best forwards in this AFL right now. They are the best forward group, and it's hard stopping them. So good luck to you if you have to play them in the second half of the season.
Just as an example, how bad it was, there was 13 goal kickers for Adelaide. So nearly everybody got a goal, and they were just lining up. The best goal kicker was Rochelle. He kicked 3 goals too. Keys kicked 3 goals. And the best for Sydney was McLean, who kicked 2 goals. But yeah, pretty shocking. O&B Films Reviews, welcome to the chat. Can Brisbane beat Adelaide? It's a very good question. And Billy Four Eyes, g'day. Welcome into the chat as well. Some new people coming into the chat. Good to see you. Chris C, what's going on with Sydney?
I don't know what's worse, man. Crows, premiership favourites, or Sydney's shit team. I don't know what's worse. I don't know what's worse.
That's true.
Don't know what's worse, but nah. Yeah, Sydney are just woeful. Reminds me of Port Adelaide a little bit, the way they play. Just to get done by like that at your home ground. It happened to Port against Geelong. The worst feeling if you're a supporter.
Yep.
Sitting there, trying to support your team at your home ground and get belted like that is it's never nice. It's never a good feeling, but it is what it is. And don't know where Sydney goes from here. I don't think they make finals from here. It's safe to say.
Yep.
Unless something drastically changes, like if they do a Brisbane and which is very rare. Like not many teams can do what Brisbane did last year. Just kind of say, Crows, you're got to give you kudos. You guys you're a good team this year, and there was that graph that I showed you guys last year, that the premiership window thing, and Johnny Carlton was going, "Oh, it's bullshit."
Yep.
Well, they're in that premiership window with Collingwood. I think Geelong's in there. I think Brisbane's in there. So if the Crows win the premiership this year, after Port Adelaide were up the top for how long and couldn't even get to a grand final, if they win it, I'll be very upset.
That's true.
Very upset. You won't see me for a while. So.
That's true. Yes, we do read the chats. OB just at the end, but yeah, we just do a review. But I'll try to read the chats as I go through O and B. Also, Billy is saying there was 14 goal kickers, not 13. So thanks for that, Billy, as well. And
just one more thing.
Yep.
One more thing. Even though I don't like the guy, Rochelle's little soccer pass, that was pretty cool.
That was pretty cool. Yep.
Yeah.
No, it went well. Cool. All right, let's have a look at the next game. So we moved to Sunday, and these 2 games were unexpected. And it was Melbourne and St Kilda, and they went off to T.O. Trigger Park up at Alice Springs. There was a good crowd there, and majority of supporters were St Kilda fans. And St Kilda got the chocolates 91-63, and it was a 28-point win to St Kilda. St Kilda pretty much dominated. I went for Melbourne on the last 2 weeks' form, and St Kilda actually came out and played 4 quarters of footy. They played really well. Their pressure was good, and they deserved the win. And they just shut Melbourne down, and Melbourne just couldn't get going. And I don't know whether it was the heat or the travel or whatever it was. But Saints just went there better prepared and played much better. So there we go. Sad Sanger was in the chat as well. Came in the next day and he was stoked. So yeah, congratulations to Sanger. He's our biggest St Kilda fan that comes in, and yeah, they did well. So Johnny Carlton, St Kilda, a little bit of hope, but I think 2 teams that are out of the 8 and and going to be down in that spot anyway, playing against each other.
Yeah, no, look, I was busy on Sunday, so I didn't see any of this game. Yeah, look, we all tipped Melbourne except for Jake. I don't know how the hell he pulled this trick out of his rabbit hat, but he tipped St Kilda. I don't know how. I swear he's connected to the AFL somehow.
He is somehow. Yeah, it's hissing too still.
Yeah, no, look, as I said, it was just they were better, as you said, they were better prepared, and they just played better than Melbourne. As I said, look, Melbourne's been in really good form the last couple of weeks, but yeah, that was just a letdown. But yeah, as I said, I can't say pretty much. I wish I could say a lot more about this game, but I didn't watch it. I only saw the results. So I saw that I lost my tip, and I'm like, yep, great.
There we go. Chris C, what did you make of St Kilda?
Didn't watch it, man. So it's hard for me to even comment on this one. So I don't know what happened or what didn't happen. So, but I did tip Melbourne, thinking that after their 3 weeks of playing really good footy, that be able to beat St Kilda that's been struggling a little bit. But yeah, not the case. Now, before you go on, do you reckon Wanganeen Malira is gone?
Port Adelaide.
What?
Home Port.
Why do you think he's coming to Port? How are we going to get him, man? We've got nothing to give him. What, Butters?
He's going to Port. I'm telling you right now. You might not believe me now, but he's going to Port. He's got best mates that are there. There's been a lot of convincing. He's going to Port.
I mean,
he's going to Port. He's going to Port. I'm telling you, that it's probably going to be the first trade done in the off season. He's going to Port.
Port can't afford him. Billy reckons. Is there any money issues or?
Well, Port, no, it's not. No, it's not money issues. It's more like they've got nothing to give unless they give Butters. I don't think they're going to give Butters for Malira, will they?
No. Yeah.
Oh,
what I said.
Bergman maybe.
Bergman's going to Carlton.
Billy's saying he's going to Adelaide, not Port Adelaide. Would that be not right?
No. Bergman's going to Carlton. Unless there's a three-way trade, I don't see it happening. But I think Bergman's going to Carlton. I think Malira's going to Port. I think that's going to be the replacement. And if you have Malira and Farrell off that halfback next year, you actually might be dangerous.
Well, that's what we're missing.
That's what I'm saying. You need that run and carry off half back.
We're missing a forward line as well. So
you are missing a forward line. Yeah,
but just a big good forward, but they're hard to find.
Look, as I said, I think Malira does come to Port, but you lose Butters.
Yeah, well, see, that's not Butters is like everything, man. He's the everything of our team, so he can come. It doesn't matter if he comes or not.
Nah,
you can't put any more players under the salary cap, Michelle. So you can't come to Geelong. So they're already in trouble.
You can't. How many players is Geelong going to get, man?
Yeah, exactly.
Geelong after Sam Walsh, actually.
Yeah, we only got Butters to trade. Like Butters is not going to go to St Kilda. No way.
He won't go to St. Why not? He wants to go to Victoria.
He's not going to go to St Kilda, man. He want to go. I reckon he might as well just stay at Port. Is St Kilda going to go anywhere? Do you reckon?
No.
He wants to go to a contender team. Billy said. So of course, someone in the top four. Yeah.
Like a Bulldogs or a Port.
Yeah, probably a Bulldogs or he's not going to go to Collingwood because they're pretty much full.
Hawthorn?
Even Adelaide. Even Adelaide's a contender team. So, yeah.
Who? Butters?
Nah, Butters not going to Adelaide, bro.
Butters not going to Adelaide. He wants to leave Adelaide. Why would he go to Adelaide?
He's not going to Adelaide.
Imagine.
Butters not going to Adelaide.
It would be like a Geelong, a Hawthorn, or a Bulldogs. So it's one of those teams.
Hawthorn could be one. I'd fucking hate if he went to Hawthorn. Oh, mate, it'd be worse than Houston going to Collingwood.
It
I
would
will go to
be.
Collingwood. Nah, man. Nah.
I think it's
I don't
Johnny.
think-
I think it's Johnny
I don't-
Carlton's mic is hissing is the one. So I'm not sure what's happening there, but anyway, we'll try and figure it
My
out.
mic-
Collingwood don't have anything to give Port, man. They've got nothing to give him.
My microphone.
I think so. When you talk, it hisses. Yeah. So I'm not sure what's happening there, but anyway, there we go. Let's do the last game, and I'm going to say this was nearly the best game of the round. Surprise, surprise. It was the West Coast Eagles versus the Cats, and Michelle had her. She was on the edge of her seat and couldn't believe what was happening. And it was the Cats' final score, 116-73. The Geelong Cats won by 43 points, but it didn't reflect the game at all. And the Eagles were within a couple of goals of Geelong all the way through. They played we did a watch along for this on Sunday night. I decided to do a big one, and we got over 1,000 views. So thank you very much, guys, for that. And it was popular watch along that one. But geez, West Coast played really good. There was a chance at 3/4 time that we were looking that West Coast were going to beat the Cats. That's how it was looking. So yeah, well done West Coast for putting the massive effort in. You had your main full forward was out with injury. Your small forwards played well. Your running game was good. Your pressure was good on, and you really gave the Cats a really hard time. Yeah, as Michelle said, it was a disaster. So it was really good to see. GT was in the chat as well. He was rapt. He thought he was going to get a win, but there we go. It was a really good game, good watch along, and Johnny Carlton. West Coast improving week in, week out. So, not getting wins, but playing better.
Well, that's what you want in a team. If your team's seeing improvement, then that's all that matters, to be honest. No, but look, full credit to West Coast. As I said, I didn't watch this game, but apparently Harley Reid's been informed now. It's funny how he's getting talked on the trade talk, and now all of a sudden, the last 3 weeks, he's become super Harley now.
Yeah.
So, coincidence? You tell me. But yeah, as I said, I love their Guernseys. They had that game too, the West Coast Eagles. I like that black with yellow. I didn't mind it. So, yeah, but look, Geelong got a scare, but they dealt with it, which is what a good team should do. So, as I said, West Coast gave them a big challenge at home, and they had their supporters behind them, the Eagles. But Geelong sticks fat to what they believed in, and that's what a good team does. And yeah, they got over the line. But as I said, the scoreboard doesn't say the story. So
he was kept to Cameron was kept to 1 goal up till 3/4 time, and he's kicked 4 goals won in the last quarter. So yeah, it was really good effort by the defensive player. Oh, Gimby was on him, and is it Gimby? Yeah. Gimby was on Cameron.
Jimby.
He was on Cameron and kept him to a goal for the whole game. So until the last quarter, Oscar Allen had a blinder as well, and also Harley Reid did a run from off half back, kicked into the 50.
And then grabbed it and snapped it goal.
Grabbed it. Oscar Allen got the ball, passed it on to him. He'd managed to run all the way up there from half back up to the goal line and snap the goal. Just amazing stuff, and just gave the West Coast that motivation to keep on going. And yeah, Oscar Allen had a great game. So there we go. But Michelle's happy they won, and it was. Edge of the seat for the Geelong supporters, that's for sure. But Chris Scott basically said at the end of the game that West Coast aren't the team that they were 8 weeks ago. So he gave them a big rap for how much they've improved and come along. And I think they've got a good coach as well. So yeah, might be good signs for West Coast. Chris C. Didn't see this one?
Nah, but I was looking at the scores and I was pretty pretty surprised as well. This one that West Coast are keeping up. Sometimes you get good teams that are a bit flat, and like if you're a bit flat, that's what happens. A team that's a bit lower ranked than you can come, especially if you give them a bit of a sniff. So, yeah, good on West Coast for trying their hardest out, and they did all right against the Crows last week too. Up until like the third quarter. So they haven't been playing too badly, West Coast. They're slowly coming together a little bit, which is good for them and their supporters. But yeah, Geelong keep doing what they're doing, got the win, did what they had to do, and they're still a force to be reckoned with. So
GT is in the house. We were up and about on Sunday, that's for sure. So yeah, he was a happy West Coast supporter.
Your days are over, mister.
And good to have you in the chat, GT. Let's have a look. Michelle had to have her second and third gin as well. She was on the gins on a Sunday evening because the team weren't playing so well. Adelaide will win again against Brisbane. That's a big call. All right. Well, let's have a look at the top 8 and the bottom 10 before we move on to the next thing. So we've got Collingwood sitting in first place, Brisbane in second, Adelaide move into third. Were they in third place last week? No, they were fourth last week. So they've moved up to third. Gold Coast are now fourth. Geelong are fifth. Hawthorn dropped down to sixth. GWS seventh, just hanging in there. And Fremantle go into the 8. So we were talking about who was going to come into the 8 last week. And there they are, Fremantle.
Yeah, but the Dogs didn't play though. That's why.
That's true. Yeah, so there's a bye there.
I had to buy.
No, that's true. Yep. That's true. What do you make of, does that look pretty solid, 8, Chris C?
I mean, it's hard to believe that the Crows were bottom 4 last year and then they're top 3 right now. And then we're bottom 4. We were top 2. We finished second last year. So
yep.
It's crazy, man, to think, that it can change so much in less than 12 months. Yeah, I guess so. I could see if Hawthorn keep, trajecting the way they're trajecting, they could drop out. Who knows? Bulldogs, I think, is one that should be in there. I reckon either a Hawthorn. So that 6, 7, 8. I reckon one of them can probably drop out for a Bulldogs to come in.
Yep.
But other than that, I reckon we're set.
Yep.
I disagree.
You disagree?
What do you
I think the top 4 is locked. Anyone else, it's up for grabs.
Ah, okay. Even Geelong?
Even Geelong. I reckon there's only 12 teams now that can make the 8.
Okay. All right.
So they're the 8, and then you've got Bulldogs, who obviously 9th, but they're on the same point.
Let's have a look. Let's have a look at the bottom and have a look at the next. So 9th is Bulldogs, 10th is Essendon, St Kilda in 11th, Melbourne 12, Carlton 13, Sydney 14, Port Adelaide 15, and then we've got Richmond, North, and West Coast in the bottom 3. So Western Bulldogs. Really the only team that could go? No? What, are you going down as far as Carlton to get in, or you are?
I have faith.
You're a desperate man.
I still think Carlton can make the 8. Looking at Carlton's fixture for the second half, we've got the easiest fixture out of the whole AFL.
Right.
I still think our Blue Boys have a chance of making the 8. I'm not saying I don't know who's going to drop out yet. But out of that, it's either Bulldogs, Essendon, and Carlton are the only 3 teams I can see jumping in that 8.
Right.
I can see maybe Carlton because of their draw, but I can definitely see Bulldogs. But I don't see the Bombers. I don't see St Kilda, and maybe Melbourne if they. Who knows? I don't know. Anyway, we'll see.
Yeah, we will. We will. All right. Have you got a banana of the week for us, Johnny Carlton?
I do.
All right, let's do that now. Just give me 1 second. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it is time for Johnny Carlton's banana of the week. And Johnny Carlton, who is your banana of the week?
My round 12 banana of the week. If this was an NRL show, this would have been so easy to say. But unfortunately, it's an AFL show, so this is very hard. But my round 12 banana of the week, for the first time, they've already been this year, and they're going again on the banana of the week. It's a two-timer, and her name is Kelly Underwood.
Kelly Underwood again.
I can't, man. I actually can't. I was listening to one game that she was playing on Saturday.
She didn't get the West Coast game. She got the St Kilda and Melbourne game this week.
No, she got another one. I think she got the Giants Richmond game too.
Oh, did she? Okay.
Oh, I was just hearing some things that she said. I don't know how that girl still has a job, man. Well, I don't know.
And nobody corrects her either. None of the commentators say anything. Just let her.
She must have family related in the AFL. I swear, 10-year-old can commentate better than her. I don't know the stuff that she pulls out of her freaking rabbit hole, but it's
There we go.
insane. It's insane.
So Michelle reckons you got to be kidding. Carlton are not making the 8, Johnny Carlton.
Oh, you say that now. You just got to wait.
There's a guy that wants a question. Is a question. Thoughts on Collingwood specifically from Johnny Carlton, please.
Oh, here we go.
What's your thoughts?
My thoughts on Collingwood. Well, I think they are the premiership favourites right now. I think they are the team to beat. They look phenomenal. They do. They actually look phenomenal, and I am really jealous of how Collingwood are playing right now, because I wish that was Carlton every single bit. But at the end of the day, it's only round 12. There's still 12 more rounds left to go. Take your time. All right. I say you will make finals. You could finish minor premiers as well. But we always know what Collingwood love to do in finals. Do you boys know the answer to that?
Capitulate?
Close. There you go. You got it.
Well, not really. I mean, last time they went to a final series, they won a flag, so it's hard to say they're chokers.
No, they had the easiest fixture that year. We don't disclose. But anyways, that's your honest thought. Are we moving to the tipping?
We should call it the Kelly Underwood of the week.
We should.
So we should give her a special shout out, because the Dick Doug round was also one of her classics last week as well. So there we go. Yeah, we are moving to the tipping now, Johnny Carlton.
All right. Well, so Johnny Carlton is the lowest with 4 tips this week. Shocking. I know, right? Shocking. But he still has a gap. So King of the North and Chris C, as we said last week on the show, they tipped the exact same, and they both got 5 out of 7.
Okay.
So they don't move. King of the North, you're on 61. Chris C, you're on 62. Johnny Carlton only got 4 from 63 to now 67. And J. Crom got a whooping 6 out of 7. I don't know how.
Wow.
And he moves up to 73. So J. Crom is in front of me by 6. And I'm in front of Chris C by 5. So that is your tipping leaderboard.
There we go.
You're still one behind, King.
I've still got time.
63.
I've still got time to come, so it's okay.
Sorry?
What am I? 63?
62.
62.
61 is King of the North. 62, you both got 5 this week. You guys had the exact same tips.
So I was 7 behind you at one point.
Yeah, now you're 6. No, you're 5. You're 5 now.
5. All right.
Coming
Five
slowly.
behind
Coming for you, Johnny. Coming for you.
Slowly.
Carlton could get into the 8 because they are playing Essendon, West Coast, North for the next 3 games.
And then Port, who are also terrible right now.
Yep.
Anyways, before we mention the next week, for the first time, there's a surprise.
Yep.
Should I say it now or should I say it during the round?
What is it?
There are 3 bold call of the weeks this week.
3 bold calls. Wow.
Not 1, not
Far out.
2.
I'm gonna have my fingers working overtime doing 3. Far out.
3 bold calls of the week this week.
All right. So should we get stuck into the tips?
Let's go.
All right. Let's start with Thursday night. Hang on, just lost me thing there. Let's bring up. Hang on. Let's have a look. Let me just go and do this. Hang on. Let me just spin this around.
Richmond did beat us, but we beat you. Make that sense. Carlton beat Geelong, so.
All right, let's bring up the games for next week. There we go. All right, there's the first 4 games.
By 10 goals.
All right. We've got Thursday night. It is the West. This is going to be a beauty. Western Bulldogs versus Hawthorn. It is 9th versus 6th at Marvel Stadium at 7:30. Put your tips in the chat and tell us by how much, everybody. I am going the Bulldogs on Thursday night.
Wow. Chris C.
What was the game? Brisbane
Bulldogs Hawthorn.
Oh. Didn't they just play?
No.
Didn't they play not long ago?
No.
Bulldogs.
Okay, well, I guess this is really not a bold call of the week if everyone else is going Bulldogs, but my first bold call of the week is I'm going Bulldogs against Hawthorn as well. So
all right.
Okay.
We'll save up the sign for the biggest bold call of the week.
All right, done.
Just give me warning.
Hawthorn
all right,
has to win.
Reed is Bulldogs by 16. Lux is the Hawks by 12. Dogs by 28 from Toby and GT. Oh, that was Paul.
Well, I got a question.
Yeah.
Why did you both go Bulldogs?
Because it's a Marvel and the Hawks are playing shit at the moment.
Fair enough. Chris C.
I just think I like the Bulldogs. I just like the Bulldogs. They're a team that absolutely destroyed us. So
they're just playing better football than.
I just think they've got better. I just think they've got more seasoned players than the Hawks.
Sicily's going to be out as well this week.
Yeah, and their midfield. I reckon the midfield is a lot better than the Hawks. I think the Hawks struggle in the midfield. That's why I reckon they're struggling.
Well, this is a -1 for Jacom because he did not tip in time. So Jacom, you lose a tip. You better put in your tips now, mate, because you're going to lose your whole set of 9 tips for this week. No, I'm joking. Anyways, next game.
Michelle's tipping the Hawks by 13 and Poison is Hawks by 7. So there we go. Next game is going to be a beauty. It's Adelaide Crows versus Brisbane at Adelaide Oval. It's 3rd versus 2nd. And we will do a watch along for this one as well on Friday night. Geez. I'm gonna stick with the home team. I'm going for Adelaide.
Yeah.
Just purely because they're at home.
Chris C. Adelaide or Brisbane?
No, I'm going the Crows, man. I think they like the last couple of years. I think Brisbane have beat them over here. So I think Crows they're a better team this year, and I think they're going to show Brisbane up. And I reckon they're going to really belt them too. It'd be like over 5 goals. That's what I reckon.
Well, apparently these bold calls are not going bold. So I'm going Adelaide too. So apparently they're not bold. So.
Oh, geez. There we go. Far out. All right, let's have a look. So Lux is saying Crows by 2. Trust me. Billy is saying Crows by 1 point. That'd be a beauty of a game, wouldn't it? Michelle's saying Lions by 9. Toby's Adelaide by 18. Huge come on the Crows from GT. Crows by 18 from Ree. Lux Crows by 2, and Poison is Adelaide by 55. Crows drew with last. Crows drew with last season with much of a lesser team. So there we go.
King, after you do that, let me know, and I'll tell the ones on TikTok.
Oh, okay. Yep. You want to do the ones on TikTok now?
Yeah, Sean, Crows by 19. That's all I've got.
Okay. All right. Next game is the... What have we got? Hang on. What's happened here? Why have I got Tigers and Swans? Why have I got Tigers and Swans? What have I done there?
Because that's the next game.
It's the next game.
Because that's the next game.
It is the next game. Sorry, I was moved me finger a bit forward. It is Richmond versus Sydney at the MCG. Richmond 16th and the Swans 14th.
Wait, I want to start it.
All right. Is this your bowl call?
Ladies and gentlemen.
Hang on, ladies and gentlemen. Johnny Carltons, bowl call of the week.
Round 13, bowl call of the week. The Tigers will beat the Swannies at the MCG.
There we go. I'm going to Richmond as well.
Oh my gosh, my bold call is not bold this week. There's 3 exact same. Chris, are you going Richmond too? Please tell me you're not.
I'm going Sydney.
Oh,
Sydney.
bye.
Me and Chris have finally got a one different. There we go. That's good.
Oh, bye. Wow. All right. I like this.
All right. Richmond, Lux is saying Richmond by 22. My tip is gin, 8 gins, Crows by 4. Richmond by 27 from Michelle. Poison is Richmond by 11. Toby's Richmond by 15. Everybody's tipping Richmond. Ree is Sydney by 15. Sydney by 15. What do you got on TikTok, Chrissy?
We got Richmond by 11. I got someone Crows by 25. Richmond by 11. Swans by 64.
Jeez.
Hunting tipping. He's a Collingwood supporter. Does not like the Blues. So,
Please.
But yeah. Sydney by 64. That's a big tip.
That is a big tip. All right, let's move to the next game. It is Geelong versus the Suns at the Cattery. It is 5th versus 4th. This could be another watch along as well. Cats back at home. I like the Suns, but I'm going to go the Cats at home. Just because they're at home. That's all. Johnny Carlton?
Chrissy? Oh, you want me to go first?
Yeah,
You go first, Johnny.
I'm going Geelong too. I just feel like it's at GHB NBA, so I feel like they're just too good there. So Geelong for me.
Gold Coast.
Y'all too different.
He wants to catch up to me. That's why. That's why he made me go first, because he wants to catch up with me.
There we go.
Gold Coast. Come on.
And the next tip is going to be different as well, because I don't think he's going to not go against his team. So
there we go.
Good.
Michelle says Cats by 4. Ree says Cats by 4. Toby says Cats by 38. Lux is Geelong by 22. And Poison is Gold Coast by 4 goals. 4 goals. There we go, by 24. What do you got over there on TikTok?
I've got Geelong by 4 in a tight game, and then Suns by 26. Jeez. There you go.
All right. Next game. Now, this is going to be interesting. This is
Canberra.
actually... Is this Canberra?
Yep.
Okay, it is too. GWS versus Port Adelaide, 7th versus 15th. It is at Manuka Oval. Is it Manuka Oval?
Yeah, Manuka. Yep.
Manuka Oval in Canberra. God, GWS was so bad last week.
Did you watch Port the week before?
Yeah, I did. GWS, I think in Canberra. I think I'm going GWS.
Well, I'm going GWS.
Yeah, I'm
You
gonna
say
go with
Port?
I'm gonna go with Poison. Port by 1.
Oh yeah,
Port
he's
by
got
1.
3 against them. He's got. I'm sorry, but Chris C, if King of the North gets those 3 right, you're in big trouble for the rest of the season, my friend. That Hawthorn jersey might be coming sooner than you think.
Don't say that.
That's right, exactly. Michelle says GWS by 40. GWS by 40 from Ree. Poison Port by 1. There we go. Toby is GWS by 22. Lux is GWS by 15. And Paul is Crows will win. They are third on the ladder. There we go. You're a bit behind Paul, but there we go. What do you got? What are they tipping over in TikTok land?
You got punting tips. There's Suns by 20. Jordan saying GWS by 90. Sean saying GWS by 37. And punting tips is saying draw. Yodyadi hits the post for the win.
Yodyadi hits the post for the win.
Draw. Didn't he say draw?
We said draw, and then he said Yodyadi hits the post for the win. I don't know if he wants a win or a draw.
There we go.
Probably saying he hits the post for the draw.
All right. Then we go to Sunday. Let me just bring up the next lot of games. Hang on, let me just scroll down. Interactive, live and interactive here. All right, there we go. There's the last 2 games on Sunday and 1 on Monday. So they are up on the screen now. All right, it is North and the Eagles. It's 17th versus 18th. It's at Hands Oval in Bunbury. And
where?
Hands Oval down in Bunbury. So we've done one game down in Hands Oval before, down in Bunbury, and it's not a bad ground. And I think maybe Freo played there last time, but West Coast are there this time. I am going the Eagles. I'm going to stick with GT and go with the Eagles by 12 points.
Chris C.
North Melbourne by 3 points.
Oh.
We got 4 and 5 different. Oh my God.
Well, I'm going with Chris C, and I'm going North as well.
Going North as well. There we go. I told GT that I'd never tip him again, but after last weekend against the Cats, I'm very impressed. GT is tipping the West Coast Eagles by 1, so GT's back on the bandwagon as well. Lux is tipping West Coast by 13. Michelle's tipping West Coast by 3. Poison North Melbourne by 5. Toby is North Melbourne by 26, and Ree is North Melbourne by 5. What are they doing on TikTok over there?
You've got punting tips are saying North by 32. Sean saying Eagles by 12, and Peter Moody, g'day Pete, North by 45.
Wait till the next game. I already know what punting's going to tip already.
There we go.
So you don't even have to say it.
Do you know punting?
It's Essendon. It has to be. He hates Carlton. It has to be.
There we go. All right, let's bring up the next game. It is Carlton versus Essendon. It is 13 versus 10th at the MCG on Sunday night. Is it Sunday night? Yeah, Sunday night.
Yeah. Public holiday the next day. That's why.
Public holiday the next day. So we will be doing a watch along for this one, and Johnny Carlton will be at the game.
Finally back.
I do believe, and I am tipping. Even though they keep on losing, but I'm going to tip Carlton by 30.
Up the baggers. Well, you all know who I'm tipping, so that's no question. And I would never tip against that scum as well, so forget about it.
Your hated team there, so Chris C. He's going to
Bombers by
tip
1
Essendon.
point.
He's going to tip it.
Oh,
He's
he
tipping the
did, he
Bombers.
did, he
He's tipping the
did.
Bombers. Oh, no.
He's definitely wearing that Hawthorns
If
jersey.
the Bombers win, the Essendon scarf's coming out, all right? The Essendon
Oh, my
scarf's coming out.
God. God blimey. All right. Let me just do this one. Paul says Eagles by 17. Good on you, Paul. Michelle says Essendon by 30. Boo to you, Michelle. Lux Essendon by 26. Poison is Carlton by 22. J Dub. G'day, J Dub Productions. Welcome in. Good to see you back in from the weekend. Johnny Carlton is hyped. There we go. What's your tip, by the way? J Dub Productions. Ree
Carlton.
says Carlton by 30, and Toby says Carlton by 36. Toby is a diehard Carlton supporter as well. So, and Ree says Carlton by 30. There we go. And TikTok, what are they saying over there?
Hunting Tips is saying Collingwood by 69. And
Which is his favourite number.
Then he goes and says Collingwood rocks up to beat both teams combined. That's what he said.
There's a bit of facts about
by
that.
11, Peter reckons, and Sean says the Bombers by 16. So, yeah, there we go.
All right. J Dub Productions says it's going to be a draw.
No.
Paul has got Carlton by 9 goals and Bombers by 6 goals. And like in 1993, J Dub reckons. J Dub Productions.
So if like it all goes to plan with how I'm going, I can make some inroads this week. I can really
you can make massive inroads this week.
You can either go up, or you go freaking
down. Yeah, exactly.
It's a big risk. It's a big risk.
HFD Footy Footy is fully sick tonight.
We got one more game, yeah? One more game?
Missed after the siren. Yep, we've got the final game. Let me just bring the graphic up. It is the D's versus the Pies. Let me change hats for a second and get the beanie on. It is it's the Big Freeze game. We will be live from about 12 o'clock, 12:30, 1 o'clock. We're going to do the whole show where we do the all the entertainment. We do the going down the slide into the thing with the celebrities and everything. So yeah, we did it last year as well. It was a big success, and we will go again this year as well. So a big watch along on Monday. Johnny Carlton, you've got fingers in the air.
I've got a question.
Yep.
Johnny Carlton can join you for a watch along, but he can't do it for the whole show. He can start from like 2:30 onwards. So how's that going to work?
I can just take a bit of a break and change it from my webcam to Discord and get you jump on.
Sound good.
So we can do that.
I'll let you know. I'll let you know Sunday night.
No worries. All right, sounds good. Michelle says the Kings tips are always pretty bad, so you will have a good go, Chris.
I will be in Sydney on Friday and Saturday, so I won't be here Friday or Saturday.
Yep.
Again. Oh my God. Again, I'll be back Sunday.
All right. I'm tipping Collingwood to have a big win here.
Yep, I'm going Collingwood too. Chris C.
Yeah, Collingwood.
Hey!
There we go. We finally got one. All right. Poison says Collingwood by 44, Pies by 46 from Lux. Toby is Pies by 26. I always listen to the King, the power of positive thinking. I mean, footy tipping.
Chris C.
Yeah, good luck with that.
Chris C.
Yeah.
If you get all the tips right that I don't, you'll still be one behind me.
That's all right. I'm close.
I'm just saying.
He's chasing.
If you don't,
if
you don't, you're 9 behind me.
And we're either going 5 or 6 back or forward between me and you as well. So yeah, it's going to be interesting. Michelle says Pies by 49. Ree says Pies by 49 as well. What are they saying on TikTok over there?
So you got. I want to punting tips says his tip is he just wants to hear Johnny say Pies. Go the Pies.
I said Collingwood.
Johnny Collingwood, you mean?
There you go.
No.
Is it Johnny Collingwood when that plays, or
No.
Or is it Johnny Parramatta now?
Johnny Parramatta.
Yeah, Johnny Parramatta.
Johnny Parramatta.
Johnny Parramatta.
God, I'm gonna have to get him. I don't have to get him in a Parramatta Guernsey now, so I'm gonna have to Photoshop something.
Melbourne by 5 upset Collingwood because Collingwood are due for a loss. That's a smart tip actually. Like I could see a Melbourne victory, like just out of nowhere, like something like that. Do you know what I mean? So you never know. D's upset 1 point after the siren. Peter Moody reckons.
Wow.
Can you guys see that happen? I can see that happening. Like
I can see it happening too. Big occasion, and I can see it happening too. Melbourne's been playing really good footy, except for the weekend that just happened. But apart from that, they smashed the Swans. They've been playing really good footy, so I can see it happening too. And Collingwood are due for a loss. They've won like 6 in a row now, 7 in a row. So,
yep. So it could happen, but I'll stick with Collingwood. Or should I change it?
Same. Sticking with Collingwood.
Stick with Collingwood. There we go. 2, 4, 6, 8. 8. Is it 8 games?
Yeah, 2 teams have the bye, St Kilda and Freo.
Oh, right. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, they do. Yep.
Change one to Melbourne. I want to be equal with you.
Oh my God, he's changing his tip to Melbourne.
Melbourne. Wow. I think I've just been saved from having a disaster, so that's good.
King of the North.
Yeah.
I'm just letting you know, if Krista gets all his tips right and you get them wrong, it's game over for you, and you will be wearing that Melbourne Storm jersey at the end of the season.
Yeah. This is the weekend. This weekend's the one.
This is the weekend. There's no big freeze MND here. This is a big freeze of our tipping. So
it's all over. It's over for somebody. Yep.
Well, all right.
It is. Yeah.
It's over for somebody.
Well,
desperate times call for desperate measures.
What if Melbourne ambush the overconfident Pies? Could happen. It could happen. Yeah. Collingwood lost 2 games. Poison. There we go. All right, guys. Make sure you, if you haven't got them yet, go and get your Big Freeze beanies from Coles and Bunnings for this weekend. It's a really good cause on Monday. So support the big game on Monday and the MND Foundation as well. So there we go. I think we're all wrapped up. Unless you've got some questions for us on TikTok or here on the chat, we've got a couple of minutes, and then we'll head off. But any questions, guys? Whoever gets the least amount of tips this week should have to do the ice bucket challenge. There we go. That's a good idea. That's a good idea.
Well,
as well.
It's between you two.
It is. Yes.
No, I can beat you in the tips this week.
You can. But let's just say if you beat me, that I tip North Melbourne, he tipped West Coast, so he would be the least tipper.
Oh, you mean in the overall scheme of things? I'm just talking about the round.
That's what I'm saying. The round.
The round.
Oh, okay.
Me and King, we only have one different thing.
Yeah.
Oh, right. Okay.
Yeah.
That's North Melbourne, West Coast.
I've gone fully against you guys.
Yeah, you've gone every other tip. So
catch you later, Poison. Catch you later, Luck. See you on the weekend. Let's just go through just before we do go. Paul says, love the Johnny Carlton jumper and MND beanie from Johnny Carlton.
Thanks, mate. Thanks, Paulie.
All right, watch-alongs this weekend. Start on Thursday night. So Western Bulldogs and Hawks, we will do that one. Friday night, we'll do Adelaide and Brisbane on Friday night. I don't know whether I'm doing it solo or somebody's joining me, but we'll let you know.
I'll be in Sydney.
Huh?
I'll be in Sydney.
You'll be in Sydney.
Of course you
I
will.
know. Possibly Geelong and the Suns on possibly on Saturday, followed by GWS and Port. Should we do GWS and Port game, Chrissy?
What day is it?
It's Saturday. Saturday the 7th.
I can't, man. I'll be celebrating my wonderful partner's birthday that night.
Oh, you will be. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. So King of the North, if he's here in Melbourne, we'll be doing a watch along, probably a double header for that one. And then on Sunday we'll give the do I do both? Geez, we might do
What do the fans want? What do the fans want?
What are the fans? Yeah, what do you want on Sunday? Do you want North and Eagles and also Carlton and Essendon as a double header, or just Carlton and Essendon?
What if you come to Adelaide, man? You might be at Adelaide Oval watching.
I'll be
Crows
there.
versus...
I won't be doing any watch-alongs if I come to Adelaide. So yeah. And then Monday watch along will be the big stream. We go for about 6 hours. So Melbourne and Collingwood will be a big watch along on Monday. So do both. Michelle reckons Carlton and Bombers from Ree. I think you guys should do it. What do you reckon on TikTok, guys? What do you reckon? Should I do a double header on Sunday? The bottom two teams, and then Carlton and I'll definitely do Carlton and Essendon, but just tossing up whether I do North and West Coast. Even
So
though
if you go to Adelaide, what day will you come back?
Probably Sunday.
Okay, so you'll still do the double header.
Yeah, still
Sunday.
do Sunday. Sunday?
You're gonna come back Sunday?
No, I don't know. Let's see. Let's see what happens on Thursday, and we'll go from there.
Yeah.
I won't make a management decision just yet. So I will be tired, but I got to keep on going. So Carlton and Essendon definitely. Carlton and Essendon. There we go. No, just do one. All right, there we go. What if the West Coast game's a cracker like it was last Sunday? Then who knows? Anyway, we'll let you know, guys. But definitely Thursday night we'll start and we'll go from there.
All right.
Sounds great.
All right. Thanks, guys, for joining us on After the Game / The Footy Show. Thank you, the Prince of Carlton, Johnny Carlton, for joining us. Thank you, Chris C, for joining us. Thank you to everybody in the chat and everybody who was watching along. We appreciate all your support. We went over 5,000 subscribers on YouTube this week, or last week. So thank you to that. And we've had some massive streams as well. The State of Origin pulled 23,000 viewers. So thank you for that.
Go the Blues.
Go the Blues. Go the Blues. We'll be back for State of Origin 2, by the way. And we'll be a bit more prepared this time for the influx of people coming in. We actually have Papua New Guinea as a sponsor nowadays. No, I'm only joking. We should, but we got a lot of people coming in. So thanks for that.
Breaking news as well.
Breaking news.
Johnny Carlton will be joining you on the watch along for the second game of Origin.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah, well,
mate. You want to see two blokes going fucking crazy? Look out!
I'll join you. I'm done. It's locked in. That is 100% locked in.
Chris C says to me, he goes to me, "How come you haven't got the passion like for the AFL games like you do on the State of Origin? You were losing it." And I'm going, because that's my game. Like this is my game. Like this is the greatest game that we could watch on NRL.
I don't think NRL could beat Carlton. I'm sorry. I'll be brutally honest. Carlton is my team, and I would always be passionate for Carlton. I don't think
Don't worry.
anything's beaten.
Don't worry. I'll
that,
get
so.
you. I'll get you hyped. I'll get you hyped. Don't worry about that.
Johnny, it looks like you're converting very slowly. It will happen. Don't worry.
He is. He
Yeah,
is.
what
He'll be
happened?
a Sydney Rooster. I'll convert him from Parramatta to Sydney Roosters. Don't worry about that.
No, not happening at all.
It'd be like him going to Collingwood.
Oh my God. I know. There we go. Carlton versus Essendon. Does anybody remember the 93 grand final Michael Long Classic?
Yeah, of course I remember.
I was not born.
There we go. Any trolls? Oh, we had probably had plenty of trolls, but we had like half the population of Papua New Guinea and Fiji was watching along. So it was crazy.
It was crazy.
Biggest 180 from Johnny Carlton rugby league. Yeah, you can't believe that Johnny Carlton's become a rugby league supporter. I'm still in shock, but I'm very happy about it.
I'm shocked.
Anyway, guys, thanks for joining us. Thanks for coming to After the Game. We'll be back next Tuesday night for another episode of the show. It'll be episode 13, lucky 13, and we will see you on the weekend for starting Thursday for the watch-alongs. And come on over to YouTube if you haven't subscribed over there. Hit the subscribe button and come and join us. Anyway, guys, take care, spike your hair, and as always, stay hunky.
Stay hunky.
Stay hunky.